Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. Hey, on the table today, I'm going to go through a trade or a swap. Here, I don't know, it's been a month or a month and a half now. Boy, time goes by. A good viewer, supporter, CaseXX94 says, hey, I happen to find this hatchet or hand axe and I'd like to send it to you. And there is no tang stamp on it that we can find, or it's been worn off, but it doesn't even look like it's been marked. I've done some searching, and I believe this to be a Utica. And the reason I think it's a Utica is in all of these styles of hatchets, the Utica here has the notch, almost like for pulling nails. But this isn't your typical camp axe or camp hatchet. This is one of those that are, they're a little more lightweight. They're not as thick stocked. They're meant for when you're hunting, if you're trying to chop through bones and stuff. I believe that's the whole purpose of these here. And there's been a lot of companies that have come out with these, and this style seems to have been popular in the 50s and 60s, maybe before that, maybe after that. But from what I see, searching old Imperial catalogs and seeing listings on eBay and that, it looks like that's kind of the time period. Now, you'll see this style of handle material here, and it looks very similar to what we find on this Hammer brand knife. The jigging is a little bit different, but it is the same basic style. Now, this Hammer brand comes from a combination set, but it's not the knife and a hatchet. It's a knife, and then there's a camp knife, a scout knife that goes down in here for a dual carry there. There are some that came out with both the hatchet and a knife with a combination sheath and everything. I did find a listing on eBay for this Utica model, and it did not show it as being part of a set. It did have a leather sheath or cover for it, but it didn't look like it attached to like a knife sheath also as in a combination set. But I know there's a lot of companies out there that made these combination sets. So we got a little bit of rust on here. I'll probably clean that off just a little bit. Look at this, we've got a ding there. You can tell somebody used a hammer on it and swelled it out there just a little bit. This one pin here, or rivet, is just a little loose, but nothing to be totally concerned about. Overall, it's in pretty good shape for, probably being 50, 60 years old or so. So I was very happy for him to think of me and to send this to me. Now, he was looking for an electrician's knife that he could kind of tear apart and put some wooden handles on. And he didn't need the bail because he thought he wouldn't be putting the bail back on. And initially I'd come across this. I was going through my electrician's knife. This bail was broken, and I went ahead and took it out. So this one was already broken. I thought, well, this would be a good one since the bail's already broken, and it's a Klein & Sons, a pretty common knife. I've got some others in my collection, so I offered this up to him, and he said, yeah, no problem. But I got to looking at the blade on this, and the blade's, it's pretty worn and it's chopped up and not a very good edge, and it doesn't close the best, although we could maybe get that walk and talk back. But it's almost becoming proud there. And I'm like, nah, I can't send him something like that. So I dug around some more, and I found this Camillus. And I'm thinking, you know what? This one has a much nicer blade on it. And it's in better overall condition. And if he wants to take that bail off, so be it. But these are just synthetic covers, so be interesting to see what kind of wood covers he makes for this knife. So this does better than sending pictures, so I will just ask Case XX. I'm going to clean this one up, and I'm going to have it ready to put in the mail. But if you'd rather have the Klein, so be it too. I don't care. But I'd rather send you something that has a very good blade left. I mean, that blade hardly looks used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up in anticipation that I'm pretty sure, I know if I was him, I would choose this one over that one. So let's pause here just for a minute and I'll get set up, and we just got some touching up to do on this knife. Start off with a little number 7 rubbing compound here. Let's just touch up these blades just a little bit. I don't know if he's going to be taking the knife all the way apart or just taking the covers off. I don't know. But it just goes against my grain to send him a dirty knife. If you know anything about me, gotta have them cleaned up. They don't have to be especially polished, but they should at least be rust-free and clean. And it's a lot of fun doing this. Been getting a lot of great comments from folks that say they've kind of taken up the hobby of doing this too. They're starting into cleaning up knives. It's just a fun hobby. I love these old vintage knives. This one's not in terrible condition. Like I said, just needs touched up a little bit here. And we can get her cleaned up. Yeah, just that little bit sure makes a big difference. Alright, let's look at the screwdriver blade. Again, we don't need a lot, just touched up. Sometimes it's hard to get down those nail nicks, get them cleaned out perfectly. Okay. Makes a world of difference, doesn't it? Looks a lot better already. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. Okay, you can see the brass there. It's pretty dull. Looks pretty dirty. Doesn't look too bad down in there, but let's just take a look-see here. Give me some more patches here. And we're going to put a little rubbing compound on the patch here. Something like this. Then we can get down in there and just see how dirty it is down in there. See if there's much to clean out. Oh, that's actually not looking too bad, is it? Okay. We'll see about that. How's that look? Oh, it's kind of tarnished. So that's going to take a little work. Get that shined up again. But other than that, she's looking pretty good. Okay. Had to step away for just a moment there. Oh, we got some dirty stuff there, don't we? It's hard to get behind those liner locks. You got to hold that lock over and then try to get down in there. So, yeah, got rid of some stuff there, didn't we? Looks like our back springs could use just a little bit of work. So, let's just see what we got going on here. I think what I'm going to do is probably work on this off camera just a little bit. And I'm going to do probably a little bit of sanding like this here. Just to remove anything we can. And then I will probably sand down in here, down in the channels here a little bit. And that'll clean the walls of this brass off, the brass liners. And you can hit the top there. Well, that's already made a difference. Now, as far as this goes, where that's exposed, I try not to use any sandpaper on it, or steel wool or anything, because it will scratch it. So let's see if we can do it this way. See if I can do some hard rubbing there and kind of get that cleaned off without having to resort to sandpaper or something. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Work on this side just a little bit. If there's any former sailors out there watching this, you'll understand and probably smile a little bit when we talk about polishing up the bright work. You've gotta have the brass shining, don't you? And keep your hands and fingers off the bright work. Yeah. Oh boy. That made a difference. So I'm just going to work on it some more off camera, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty folks, I knew it wouldn't take a whole lot of extra work. It's looking pretty good. It's all nice and clean. Yeah, I can work on that more, but maybe Case XX wants it to look that way. I'll let him clean it up more if he wants to and polish on it. But we've got it looking pretty good here. It's clean, rust-free. Look at that, brass is all cleaned up now. I think what I'm going to do is throw it in some mineral oil, let it soak. Oh yeah, I did clean those back springs off a little bit. Got a little bit of junk off of those there. Let's throw it in the mineral oil, let her soak for a little while, bring it out, and put some final touches on it. Well, we gave her just a quick bath there in the mineral oil, soak her up, get her lubed up, and I think this is a pretty decent knife. It's looking pretty clean. Got that brass polished up more. Blades are looking good. And there's good walk and talk. You got that half stop. And it is solid. Good walk and talk. The screwdriver blade's in pretty good condition. Well, got a little oil there to wipe out. I'll probably send it to him just a little bit wet. That never hurts. Oh, I'm missing. There it is. Wipe that out just a little bit of dirt in there. But I think overall this is a pretty good knife for him. What do you all think? Leave me a comment. What do you think of this trade? I know I'm happy with it. And I hope Mr. Case XX is happy with it. Should we deposit? Let's just do this. Just real quick. Let's just do a really quick shine on the bolsters. Just use a tad bit of flitz. See if we can't shine them bolsters up just a tad bit. Always like to have nice shiny bolsters. If there's anything on the knife that needs to be shiny, it's the bolsters. Let's just give this a quick whirl. I don't think that's the right attachment though. What do you think there, folks? We better get a better attachment on there for polishing. I don't think a wire wheel would do the best. Yeah, we'll just touch it up a bit. Doesn't take much. Yeah, that looks a lot better, don't it? That off a bit. Got shiny bolsters. I think he's going to enjoy this. Well, there you have it, folks. This was a great trade. A great trade, and thank you once again for thinking of me when you found this. Just another nice piece of cutlery history to add to my collection. So until next time, go out and have a very delightful day.